Howdy everyone, and welcome back to The More You Grow. Today's an exciting day because we got plants in the mail, and that's always one of the most exciting times for me. So I thought I'd bring y'all along, open this up with you, and talk about what we're gonna do in this video. So let's go check it out. So as you could probably tell by the title of the video, we've got sweet potato slips in the mail. I ordered 50 sweet potato slips, and the first thing you always want to do when you get live plants in the mail is get them out, check the state of them, and in this case we want to get these things in water as quickly as possible, and hopefully they're looking good. Let's see how they look. Okay, they're actually looking pretty good. So as you can see, they're packed nicely. We've got some wonderful quality sweet potato slips. They're going to look a lot better when we get them in water. So let's go do that. I'll talk about them a little bit more once we get them all set up. Okay, so we're going to unpack our sweet potato slips and get them in this jar of water to keep them from wilting any more than they already have. And I'd say you can just go ahead and use tap water for this, but if you live in an area that has high sodium or anything wrong with the tap water like that affects your plants, don't use that, and use spring water or anything like that will work. But in my case, this tap water will work just fine. So we're going to take these, and as you can see, they packaged them nicely with Beauregard. That's the variety. We're going to save that. Take this rubber band off here, and we're going to take this paper off. Ooh. Okay, I'm making a mess. That's what I'm good at. Put these down in here, and that'll make them happy. Let's get the other bundle. We got 50 sweet potato slips, you guys. This is going to be a lot of sweet potatoes. And as I'm unpacking these, let's talk a little bit about what I'm planning to do with these. I'm planning on using this as, of course, a crop in one way. We're going to have our sweet potatoes, as you can imagine, and at the same time, there are other things you can do with sweet potatoes that make them a multi-purpose crop. You can take these guys, you can actually eat the greens as they grow. I love sweet potato greens just stir-fried like you would spinach with a little bit of olive oil, some garlic. They're amazing, and a good summertime green when your spinach and your lettuce, things like that, are going out with the cool season. So we're just going to let these chill in the water for a little while, get rehydrated, and let's talk about what we need to do to prepare to get these in the ground. So let's go do that. Alright guys, it's been a few days since we got our sweet potato slips in the mail. I put them down in a jar of water. They perked up nicely. They're looking great. So today we're going to go along and plant these out at the new place, where we're going to put these about 6 inches deep if you got enough stem. See, we got plenty of stem to do that. And we're going to put them about a foot apart, maybe a little bit more. And what we're doing with these sweet potatoes is, yes, we're growing them for the sweet potatoes, but we also are going to use them for a few other purposes. Along this row on the edges, we're going to put in vertical growing things like okra. We're going to grow tomatoes, roselles. I'll talk about those in a future video. And we're going to grow those on each edge of this 6-foot long row. And down the middle, we're going to put our sweet potatoes. These sweet potatoes are going to act as a ground cover. They're going to help out with water retention. They're going to shade the ground out, and it's going to help with evaporation loss. And it's going to help shade the ground to where it's going to keep that a little bit cooler. And since it's shading the ground out, it's also going to help a little bit with keeping weeds down. So we're going to get these in the ground now, and I'll show you what they look like as soon as we get done. Alright guys, check it out. We have 50 sweet potato slips in the ground. Huge shout out to my dad for helping me get those planted, because if I tried to go plant those in this loose soil, I'd be stuck out there and y'all would find a skeleton out in the middle of the field one day. But anyways, what we're going to do now is we're going to plant in our other seeds. We're going to put in some Eagle Pass okra. That's my favorite variety of okra. We're going to put in some roselles. If you don't know what roselle is, that is the hibiscus that they use to make hibiscus tea, hibiscus refreshers like you see at Starbucks. That's where they get that from. And we're also going to be putting in a cattle panel, and we're going to put in some yard-long beans. If you don't know what those are, check out the video I did last year on growing yard-long beans. I'll leave a link for that up above. And once we get all those put in, we're going to water everything really, really well, especially the sweet potato slips. I can't stress enough, you want to give those a good watering when you plant them. They're going to go through some shock. They'll get stressed a little bit because they're going from just a jar of water into the soil, which is a little bit drier. It's going to be a little bit hotter out here for them. And they're going to look really bad for about a week, but don't worry, they will bounce back. Sweet potato slips are very, very hardy. So once we get all of that done, I'll get back with y'all. Well guys, I think that's going to be it. We got them all in the ground, got them watered in really well. So now I'll give you updates as they go along. Until then, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you have any more questions for me on planting sweet potatoes or anything else we planted, leave it down in the comments. And be sure to go subscribe to the channel and check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Until next time, I hope you'll join me right here on The More You Grow.